Hello, and welcome to my reflections on day 9. Today has been, a very different day. All days have been different, been interesting, because they, like all things, they make you, as you focus on different things, then you become extremely aware of maybe how you behave or how you react, or just been a really powerful experience, making me aware not only of the things that I do, but also the things that I don't do. I think everyone and everything that we meet in life and every experience we have has something to teach us, and that's been a powerful philosophy for me for most of my life. Sometimes that teaching is distance travelled, sometimes that teaching is a very fundamental and intimate part of how I move forward. Today, chapter 9, verse 9, let me read some stuff for you. So, those who overly pride wealth, it's like the overflowing water which shall cause damage. It is better to restrain early. Those who are not content with fame, it's like polishing the edge of a knife. The sharper it gets, the easier it will break. Wealth and treasures are but illusions that one cannot possess. Those who are arrogant with their wealth and fame shall invite blame upon oneself. The nature of the Tao teaches us to retreat after one's success and not to hold on to the credit. So how have I interpreted that today? Just to be aware of enough is enough. There's a couple of old Zen proverbs and stories that spring to mind. One particular one is about when a gentleman goes and sees a monk and asks for some advice, and the monk offers him some tea, and the man graciously accepts the tea, and the monk starts to pour, and he pours and he pours and he pours, and suddenly the cup it overfloweth, and there is tea everywhere. And I think that's quite an important idea. We have to be able to make space in order to be able to receive more. We have to maybe be able to share and to give some stuff away in order to be able to create space, in order to be able to receive more. So the way that I've interpreted today is about being a conduit. It's about knowing when to say no. It's about knowing when to have enough, and simply to recognise that that we are all enough. I don't need to be more than enough. I don't need to be better. It just to be enough. I can't be anything other than the man that I've been today. And so therefore then, whatever I've been today, however that's viewed, however that's occurred, that has to have just been perfect, because it's the only person that I could have been. And that's a really powerful idea. It's one that I've held to be true for quite a long time, but I've shared that idea in many different ways in the last 24 hours with different people. And it's been quite important for me to be able to do that. Thinking about that verse in the Tao Te Ching, when we know that it's one's time to retreat, and sometimes to retreat from oneself, to retreat from the chasing of the conceptual idea of being perfect, because maybe if I'm looking to find my own sense of perfection, maybe that's the wrong question, and maybe if I'm looking for it, I end up looking for it potentially outside of me, as opposed to just simply it's irrelevant. I am the man that I am, so therefore then I must be perfect and have met all my needs that I needed to meet today. On a very simple, practical level, there's been quite a powerful metaphor for me today. You might gather that being a relatively plain-speaking northern man at times, I like tea, drinking tea, and I like cake, because tea and cake very often go together. Being away at the moment, being on holiday with my family, it's quite easy to stop in lots of places and have tea and have cake. And actually, I haven't eaten any all day, and that has surprised quite a lot of people. But just consciously going, why am I doing this? Am I doing it purely because this is a beautiful place and it has a tea shop, and therefore then it is time to eat tea and cake? Or am I just simply going, do I need it? Do I have enough? Do I have enough to sustain me right now? And when I've asked that question, the answer actually has been yes. So strangely enough, which has been quite a powerful metaphor, bizarrely for me, is that I haven't eaten any cake today. Yeah. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, whether you're drinking tea and eating cake or whether you're choosing not to, maybe just recognise you are enough. You always were, you always are, you always will be.